Good morning, it's me, I'm back. Merry Christmas, a day late. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We had a good one with our family. It's just nice to have the time together, and it was wonderful. So I have some things to share with you today, and I decided not to go Christmassy or wintry or whatever. I decided to get away from that for the moment, and I have weird shadows on me. Hi Sherry, how are you? I'm glad that you're here. Are you working today, or you have this week off? I'm wondering if we're gonna have more people joining us today, because people have the whole week off. That would be fun. So I'm going to be playing today with Glossy Cardstock and baby wipes. Yay! I'm glad you have the week off. That's so much fun. I've shown this technique before at a techniques class, and probably at some of my clubs or whatever, but it's just always one that I love. And I bought a stamp set fairly recently that I keep getting lots of I've gotten lots of swaps from recently, and so I just decided I needed to break down and buy it. I needed it. They made me need it. I'm sure that never happens to you, right? So anyway, I'm going to be playing with Dandelion Wishes. I love this. Hi Penny, how are you? I love this font. I love I just love it. I kept thinking, I don't know if I need it, and yes, I do need it. So I'm gonna be playing with that. Hey, Todd's home today. Did you see him? Hi Susan, thanks for watching. I'm good, Penny, thanks. Todd's home today, and he just snuck in behind there. I'm glad. Are you off this week too, Susan? Or are you just sneaking? So I'm planning to show you Dandelion Wishes, and I want to talk to you about a couple things. I have a club that I'm trying to refill back up. It's about half full, and we're trying to start the second Thursday. Hi, Stephanie. The second Thursday in January. So, and Stephanie's one of them that is wanting to join, but we have a few more spots that are, I'm sorry, I'm making it wiggle. I do it every time. I just lean on it and giggle and move. And anyway, if you don't know how my clubs work, they're no sneak. You are sneaking, or you're not sneaking in? You must have the day off. I'm not sure how you meant that. So my clubs are lots of fun because we get together regularly. I have them every other month, and they meet at my house, and it's a way that you get to take turns being a hostess, and meet regularly and play with lots of stuff. So we meet every other month, and you have to commit to spending $25 each time, because then that guarantees a hostess benefits. Oh, gotcha. Okay, Sue. That guarantees hostess benefits for the hostess each time. So then you take turns being the hostess. I have a couple more spots that I need to fill up that people were in duplicate. I can't type, right? That just happens, especially when you're sneaking. I had a couple people that were, well, half the club actually they were in two clubs, and they decided it was just too much. They were too busy, so I'm trying to fill it back up. So anyway, if you are interested, let me know. It will be Thursday night, 7 o'clock at my house. And I would love to get this filled back up so we can keep going. So just let me know about that. Also, new catalogs are going to be going live on January 3. That also means celebration. If you don't know what celebration is, you get to with every $50 that you spend, you get to choose a free item that from a special mini catalog. I don't think that I have that one sitting right here. Do I? Oh, I do have it. I can't show you inside, but I can show you the front of it. So here's some sneak peeks right here. So with every $50 you spend, you get a free item. And also it's a benefit for hostesses, because obviously if people get free stuff for spending more, then they're going to spend more quite often. So it's a good time for that. And then you get more benefits in addition to that. And also it's an amazing time to sign up to be a demonstrator. You don't have to do Facebook Lives, and you don't even have to do classes if you don't want to. If you just want the discount for yourself, there is no obligation other than you need to stay active, which active means still a demonstrator. You need $300 in sales each quarter, and it doesn't count till your first full quarter. So anyway, keep that in mind, because we have an amazing option. Oh, I hit it. We have a really cool bag that you can get. You get to, the kit is $99 plus tax. You don't pay any shipping on it. And you get, during normal time, like right now if you signed up, you would get $125 of product that you got to choose. Any choice, anything that is available right now, you would get to choose it. During celebration, you get to choose $175 of free product for your $99. Now, if you want the bag, that's really cool, the craft and carry tote that I've been showing you that suddenly is way across the room, you have to spend another $30. It's so amazing. I'm so excited. And I think I have some people that are thinking about it, and I'm so excited about that. I love my team, and I want to grow my team, and I would love you on it. So just want to make sure that you know about it. And now my catalog's in the way. Okay, so that was that. So I'm showing you a couple of techniques. The first one is using this. I was going to do it with both techniques with the stamp set, but it wasn't really working. The second one, you need something bold. So I'm using Dandelion Wishes. I finally got it. And I'm using Glossy Cardstock and baby wipes and ink refills. So it's really cool. So I'm going to show you a sneak peek of the card that I'm going to make, or something like it. So this is the card that I'm making. So the ink refills that I used are Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, and Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to make this, and it's going to look a little bit different because I want to use a different greeting for this, because this obviously is going to be up for grabs for if you share and like and comment that you shared. So anyway, so I'm going to be doing that, and I'll show you some more samples when I'm done. And also I'm showing you one product that's going to be in the new catalog. I haven't been showing the new stuff yet because you can't get it yet till January 3. So I'm holding off on that, but I needed to put it on this time. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so I'm going to put you down to do my stamping and whatever. And make sure that you let me know if you're here, and you can still comment. I'll come back and comment on your, or, you know, answer questions or whatever. So keep commenting, but I can't see you when I'm stamping. So, okay, so I'm going to put you down, and I'm going to start. Okay, so the first thing that I need, I have my, this is Glossy Cardstock. That's important for this particular technique with the baby wipes. So I have this cut down. Glossy Cardstock comes in a pack of 10 sheets, 8.5 by 11. For $7.75 I just saw. And so the next thing that I need is this is just an embossing folder, a regular embossing folder. I need something that has a hard edge, a straight edge, and it's kind of a little bit awkward, but I haven't thought of something else that's better. It needs, you need to be able to hold it with your hand. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm just standing it up, and I'm grabbing a baby wipe. So I'm just going to drape this. I'm using the crease that's already in it, and I'm just draping this across the edge of the embossing folder. And I'm going to use, I told you the colors that I'm going to use earlier, but some of you might have just gotten on. So I'm using Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight and Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to put a few drops. I decided with the width of this, with the width of the cardstock that I'm using, I'm going to do kind of like 5 drops of each color. Actually less of the Daffodil Delight because I want less there. So I'm going 1, 2, and I'm moving as I go across. 3, 4, 5, and it kind of wicks into the baby wipe. Can you see it as I'm doing it? I can tell. Put it there. Okay. Where's my next one? I just covered everything up. Okay. I'm just gonna do 4 of this one, I think. So Daffodil Delight, and I'm overlapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need it a little bit farther because I put it in a funny spot. Okay, and then Coastal Cabana. Starting where I ended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm done with those for the moment. So I want to take this and I want it nice and tight on my embossing folder, the edge of my embossing folder. So I'm holding it kind of tight. And I'm taking my glossy cardstock. If your comments are in the way, swipe it to your right, and then you can see better. Okay, so I'm going to start kind of right on the edge of it, and I'm going to go across. Ew, I missed a spot. I'm going to come back. I missed it with my ink. Oh, that way's better. So I just go, you can go back and forth or one direction, whichever way works best. I'm going to do another one because it usually is nice and wet for a couple of them at least. That way is kind of dry. And I moved it, so maybe I need to move it back. I love, it looks really, really vibrant right now. When it dries, it gets a little bit less. The shine just isn't there. And I'm going to take this off so I don't get ink everywhere. So I just take the baby wipe and just wipe any excess ink off that bled through the baby wipe here. So, oh, I don't have my trash. It's just going sideways. Okay, so here's my backgrounds that I just made. And they do need to dry a little bit, and just for the sake of TV, I have one that's already done. See the difference between, it could also be the difference in how much ink that I put on, but see the difference between, this is the dry one, so it does get a little bit, it fades or sinks in, or I don't know what it does, but anyway. So I'm going to take this, and you definitely want to use black StazOn for stamping right on here, because it is I need another baby wipe for I got extra ink on my hand. You want to use black StazOn on this glossy cardstock. It will help it, it dries better. StazOn is made for non-porous surfaces, which obviously glossy qualifies for that. So I'm going to take my ink. Alright, so I'm using this stamp. I love it. Since it's so big and on a big block, I'm holding it upside down. So, or leaving it black side down and picking up my ink pad to do it. Make sure that it looks wet. And something's on there. And we're going to go straight down on here. Yay, I love it. So here's my card. Okay, well, the piece anyway. So I also have my greeting, and I wanted a different greeting, so I'm actually mounting this one on there rather than stamping it right on. I kind of liked it stamped right on, but I wanted a different greeting. So this is Sending Well Wishes Your Way. I just think this is such a cute font. So if you just came on, make sure that you let me know that you're there, because I can't tell that you came on. Feel free to ask questions or tell me stuff. Even though I can't see you because I'm stamping, I always go back and answer questions. So I'm going to put this, my greeting on black cardstock. And then I'm going to put it on my, oh, I also want my glossy on black cardstock. So, attach it here. I always, unless I think I'm going to have a hard time with it, I just do corners and center, kind of. Or if it's really small, I just will do less. Okay, so put this on here. So this is, as I mentioned, Dandelion Wishes. It's in the full catalog. It's not in the holiday catalog or in the one that's coming up. It's on page 118 of the full catalog. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm gonna make it go over a little bit because of how I want my greeting. And then I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of my greeting. Kind of usually whenever I have something overlapping like that, my greeting, I'll put dimensionals on it. Just seems to work better. Okay. Alright, so here's my card. Alright, and there's one other thing that I want to do. So I'm going to, I have these are epoxy, oh, what are they called? I wrote it down somewhere. Frosted and clear epoxy. Oh, I better show you the frosty. So here's the frosty ones, and here's the clear. They look kind of metallic. The clear ones do. But just like I've shown you with the pearls and with the, with the pearls and the rhinestones, you can use your Stampin' Blends and you can color it. So I'm using Bermuda Bay Stampin' Blend on here. Now, it seems like, well, some of the colors are just really, what's the word? Muted or subtle. Subtle, I think, is the word that I was looking for. So I just kind of go over it. I'm not sure how much that helps. Obviously, the darker colors. I usually use the darker color of the two that are available. And since, so I don't get extra, the ink that's around the dot might come off. So I was trying to get that off. So I always use the darker of the two that are available just to give as much color as possible. And obviously the lighter colors are harder to see. I did a sample with some lighter colors that I'll show you in a minute, and you just can't see it quite as well, but it's still pretty if you look close. Alright, how about that? I like those. Okay, so this one's up for grabs. Remember, if you share and like and comment, I'll put you in a drawing and I give away what I make on my video. Okay, so here's the first one. The second one, I'm showing the technique, but I'm not making the full card. Oops, I just put it on the box that I need. So I'm going to take another baby wipe, and actually I'm going to use the same ink refills, just so you can kind of see a difference in what I'm doing. So I have my, I want it this way. It doesn't really matter, but I felt like the crease was in the way on the other side. So I'm taking a baby wipe. I'm taking the same colors of ink refills, which were Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana, and Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to make an ink pad with this. Now, the way that this works best is having a bold stamp. If your stamp is not bold, it's not going to show up as well. And I'll show you samples that I did without it being bold a little bit later. But for now, I'm going to show you the technique. So I'm starting with my darkest color, and I'm dropping dots on here. And they need to be far enough away, because what we're doing is usually you can do like 2 or 3 colors. I've been trying to do 2. This is kind of something that you need to experiment with, because some colors look great together, and some colors that you think would look great together, like on a card, don't necessarily work well for this technique where you're making your own ink pad. So what I did with the second color is I kind of went where there wasn't color, like wherever there was white. You don't want any white where you want it to be stamping. So now I'm taking the third color and filling in those spots too. I feel like you kind of need dark colors with this. At least some of them. They can't all be light colors. It just doesn't work well that way. And there's still too much white here. Probably once I squish it down to stamp it though, it will be fine. Have ink refill on the side. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'll show you the stamp set that I'm using quick. So this is Love You to Pieces, and it has a thinlet that goes with it that I love. It can make, you can stamp something completely and just cut it out with a thinlet that makes it into puzzle pieces. And so I haven't played with it yet, and I'm wanting to. So I'm going to, there's 2 separate stamps, and I'm just going to ink up one of them. So by the way, I have you need a non-porous surface to do this on, so I'm using the plate from my Stamparatus. You could use a paper plate, you could use something, anything plastic, a CD, whatever. So I'm inking, oops, it needs to come up and down though to get it inked. You can't just have it stick. Okay, so I have it inked up, and I'm going to stamp it on some scrap here. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so here's all my colors that are kind of morphed together. Alright, so I want to show you the card that I made with it. So I did this, I kind of needed more contrast, but we're going to go with it. So this is the card that I made. First of all, it's using the thinlet that I was talking to you about. I cut it out, rather than stamping it first, I cut it out and then attached each piece here to make it be more of a random background rather than, do I have the piece? Oh, I'll show you. Okay, so another thing that you can do, rather than cut them all out, remember last week I used the embossing mats? So I don't know if you can see this on the video, but I did that with this thinlet. So I can make, like, can you even see it? So you can make it be a textured background instead. So it's like 3.5 by 3.5 is the size of this. But anyway, so back to my card. So here's my piece that I did with that baby wipe technique. And then I also did the other one inside. So this says love you, and this says to pieces. I love it. Okay, so this card base is Coastal Cabana, and this is Bermuda Bay striped ribbon. I love it. Okay, so I have more cards to show you that are already done. But first I want to show you one more thing before I take the camera up. Okay, so I don't remember who I've told, if I've even said anything on video or not, but I have in person for some people. Stampin' Up! Is coming out with something called cling stamps. They will not be wood and not be photopolymer and not be clear mount. They will still be red rubber. The difference is there's going to be adhesive actually on the stickers for the stamps. And some people don't put their stickers on right now, currently, with their clear mount stamps because they don't stick to the blacks very well. But you're going to want to with this because it's very sticky. And I'm going to show you what to do. I'm showing you because there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. They are very, very sticky. And so there's a way that you're going to need to mount them, and you kind of need to, there may be other ways, I haven't read about them, but there are ways that you're going to want to store them. So this is my sticker right here, and you need to be careful when you mount it because whatever way you're putting it down, that's the way it's going to stay. And so I'm taking I took the backing of my sticker off and the backing of my stamp, and I'm going to place it right on here. You need to be careful because as soon as you put it down onto that sticker, you really can't move it without damaging your stamp because it hangs onto that foam really well. So then I need to lift it up off of there, and look, it sticks right to my hand, right to my finger. So these are going to be really sticky. Then you need to be careful also when you put it on your block. You're going to need to be careful and make sure that you get up underneath it to lift it off. Or again, you could damage your stamp. So I'm wanting to show people what to do before they even get them in their hands. In the occasions catalog and celebrations catalogs, there will be no clear mount. There will just be cling. There will also be photopolymer. But then when this is the stamp set. I know that I talked to you about the stamp set, but I don't know if I showed you. This one says, "What a dazzling demonstrator." So I have my own personalized stamp. Anyway, in the full catalog, they will not have, I'm going to pull you back up. They will not have, they won't have wood blocks anymore. They won't have clear mount or wood blocks in the full catalog that's going to be in June. Okay, so I'm glad you like it, Penny, and I don't know what the tip is, Sherry. What tip did I give you? I'm glad you like the tip, but I don't remember a tip. Okay, so I showed you my first card that I did. So here is another one that I did with different colors. So this is Highland Heather and Balmy Blue and Mint Macaroon. And then I also did, I think this is Mint Macaroon, Coloring the Rhinestone. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I love doing that. I love having them. I did some last week too, I think. You must have missed last week. But yeah, because it is alcohol based, it won't just come off like a water based marker would. So you can do it on anything like that. Rhinestones, pearls, these clear epoxy things. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so I showed you this one, and I'm showing you, okay, so this is another one that is the same colors that I just did, but see how for this technique, you just don't see the coolness of the technique with something that is fine instead of bold, like you could see it on the puzzle piece. So here's this one, And here's another one. I had to give it a try. I thought maybe just my colors were bad. So this one is Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight and Mango Melody. I always struggle with that one. Okay, now this one is really stunning. To show you the difference, like this is cute enough, but look at this. I just love the contrast. I love the bright colors. Help this a lot on this technique. I don't think that I didn't do like a puzzle piece type with this. I just tried the fine one. So, but these are the same two colors, but this is so much brighter. Okay, so, oh, I just remembered, where did I put that? I have a card to show you that's a sneak peek, but I don't know where it went. Oh, it is this, oh, it's this one. Okay, so this is my sneak peek. I have to tell you, I don't know if you remember the one thing that I was so very excited about in the Occasions catalog. It was the rectangles framelets. No, wait, not just framelets, stitched framelets. So they're rectangles double stitched. So as in double stitch, as in it stitches the part that you're cutting out and the part that's left behind. And I was so excited for this. This is kind of embarrassing, but I'm telling you anyway. So I don't know if I was just struggling that day. Some days I just have moments when something gets me bally and then like everything makes me bally. So I was struggling this day that I got my rectangles thinlets, and I kid you not, when I saw them and pulled them out of my box, I got choked up. I have never done that for anything, not Rich Razzleberry, not anything that I have opened from my box, but I got choked up. I was so excited about these, and it was just a day. So first of all, I have to show you. So here's my, I don't know if you can see the stitching. There's the stitching on this rectangle. I love it. I love the double stitching. And I didn't end up making a card with this, but I'll show you. So this is what's left behind. So like there's stitching here too. So I can make 2 cards out of this that both have stitching. I love that. I love it. Yeah, that's sweet, all right. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. Look at these amazing things. These are the stitched rectangles. Look how many we get. It's amazing. Okay, so this is 6 by 7. So that's how big these are. I just love these so much. Yeah, just love them. Okay, now another thing that I have to tell you. I have a class tomorrow that is an all occasions card class. We're going to be making 2 each of 3 different cards, and I'm thinking that we need to do one of these baby wipe cards tomorrow. So if you sign up for my class that is tomorrow, I need to know today. You will get to make 6 cards. It is free with I know that's a lot of thinlets. I love it. It's free with a qualifying purchase, a $25 order, or it's a $15 class. And if you bring a friend to the class also, you each will get to make a 4th design. So let me know today if you want to sign up for my class tomorrow. It is 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Thursday the 27th, I believe. Okay, so one last thing before I let you go. I told you I've been getting swaps like crazy, so I'm going to show you some of them that I got. So this one is from, isn't that so pretty? It just makes such a pretty card. This one is from my downline, Ann Mady. I think this is I don't remember, but I think this is just direct to paper technique. Like you just take your ink pad and you swipe at it. Some people freak out by that, but it makes such a cool technique. And then there's this one. This is so pretty. This is Early Espresso. Kim Vogel. I met her in Orlando. She actually lives in Michigan, but you can't really see this on camera because of the glare of this packaging. But anyway, so I really like this one too. And then here's one. This is from, oh, I do not know how to say her name. Celia McDarmid? Something like that. Very pretty. And here's this one. Oh, what's her name? Bonnie Alexander. I couldn't read upside down. So anyway, all my swaps made me have to buy it. I love it. Okay. So I think that I'm done showing you stuff. I better look at my notes, make sure. Okay, I showed you the baby wipes. I think it's called, I know, I love all those cards too. I call it the baby wipe swipe technique. I'm not sure that that is the correct name of it or not. It's just a baby wipes technique. There are probably several of them. I showed you that. And you just have to experiment with colors and see what it is that you like. I showed you it, doing the baby wipes as an ink pad, and then showed you how to put together the cling stamps. So I think that's it. So I'm hoping that you had fun and that you like this. And I don't know if you guys have glossy cardstock, but give it a try. You can try it with any of your ink refills. Even if you just have a couple colors, you can do it that way. So I have sent catalogs out to people who are in clubs that weren't going to meet here, and people who are far away. But if you're near, and like Kathy, I don't think I sent them to you, but you can come over and get catalogs, or anybody that comes to class tomorrow can get them also. So I'm doing something different, just not, especially this time of year. I was afraid of things getting lost, because it seems like they usually do at Christmas time when they go bulk mail. Okay, so anyway, thanks for joining me today. I had fun with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be back next Wednesday at 10:30, and I think that's the 3rd, is it not? I think it's the 3rd. So new catalogs will be live that day. So I will definitely be showing new stuff that day. So anyway, so thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.